One of the biggest parts of the structure of any song is its chord progression. Famously, there is one particular chord progression that is used in a huge amount of pop music, and it's used for a reason. It works really well for your average pop song. But trying out different chord progressions and trying something a bit more interesting with your chord progression, a bit less predictable, is one of the best ways to make your song more interesting and a little bit different. And there are all sorts of fun and interesting ways that you can spice up your chords. Hi guys, it's Emma, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to the chaos. I do all things music related on this channel, from putting up covers and show reels to show people what I'm like as a performing artist, to my favourite style of content, production, songwriting and audio engineering styley content, and today is a songwriting-y styley video. We're going to be talking about chords. We're going to be getting a little bit geeky. This is not like a theory video, like I'm not actually going to go through a huge amount of theory or explain a lot of the theory, for a couple of reasons. One, I am nowhere near an expert in theory. I know enough to be able to do bits. And also, just that's not what this video is about. This video is about having some fun with some chords. Specifically today, I want to try out some different chord progressions to what I would naturally lean towards. Like all songwriters, I have a few chord progressions I tend to end up defaulting to quite a bit. Certain chords are going to come to you quicker than others. They're just the ones you get used to using, and it varies from genre to genre what those chords end up being. And I have in my time written more than one 4-chord song. I am not the kind of songwriter usually where I write from the chords first. I quite often write chords, lyrics and melody all sort of coming out at the same time, you know, playing with my guitar. Sometimes I will sit down and make more conscious decisions about the music that I'm going for. Point being, I really want to try and do some exercises basically of writing from the chords first, and specifically trying out chord progressions that I wouldn't naturally lean towards. So I thought I'd just make a little series of videos spicing up my chord progressions and trying to write a quick little few bars of something starting from the chords. So for today's video, we are specifically going to try and write some chord progressions and some tunes to those chord progressions using anything but the 1 chord. So a little bit of basic theory is that you have a variety of chords you can use in whatever key you're in. There's also then stuff to do with modes and using chords from other keys and all that stuff, but that stuff is more complicated, and this is not a theory video. But whatever key you're in, you've got 7 chords to work with. They also have names that get given to them, like the 1 chord is also known as the tonic. The 1 chord is the chord for the key that you're in, basically. So if you're in the key of C major, your 1 chord is C major. You will generally find the 1 chord, the tonic, is in a lot of chord progressions. It's quite unusual to not use it. It's not like majorly rare or something. It's just, you know, more often than not, a chord progression is gonna have the 1 chord in it, because going back to the chord of the key you're in, it gives you this sense of resolution. Everything always kind of wants to pull back to that 1 chord. So not using the 1 chord in your progression will generally create a bit of tension and a bit of more continuation rather than finished. That's what I want to do today, is take 3 chord progressions that don't use the 1 chord anywhere in them. This is not necessarily going to be the chord progression for an entire song. I may well end up then later in the song doing a different chord progression where the 1 chord is used, but we're starting with 3 chord progressions that don't use the 1 chord at all. I have used the chord progression generator on Tone Gym to pick out some chord progressions to go with. I picked 2 from just the preset ones that they've got on there. The one I'm going to start with was called Uplifting Chord Progression, and then the next one is just called Sad 2 Chord Progression, which I thought was quite funny. And then the other one, I just picked which ones I wanted to do. Anyway, so this first progression we're going to go with, the uplifting one, it goes the minor 6th chord, then the 5th chord, then the 4th chord, then the 5th chord again. And I've gone with, I forget what key I decided to put it in. We are in the key of G. G. I decided to do this one in G. So this is our chord progression. I've literally just stuck it on one of the Logic pianos for now, and I'm just going to create something quickly. We're not going to aim to like make something amazing. I'm going to give myself like 20 minutes and just see what I can come up with for this chord progression. We'll see if we like it. And I think I'm going to ban myself from lyrics for now. I can come back and add lyrics later. I feel like that is pulling in a way that says it's gonna want to go to that G, maybe. got a little melody sort of idea there. We need some bass. Simple bass. We won't do anything complicated for now. Hey, I'm gonna spice it up already, I think. Yeah. That's what we're gonna go with. Need to find some sort of like, yeah, something like this. Ah, that's it. Okay, we've got something simple going on there. Like, it wants like a twinkly synth just sort of swelling in, doesn't it? Yeah, I want some sort of twinkly synth type of sound coming in there. Anyway, okay, that's what I've come up with for the first one. We're going to leave it there because, like I said, I just want to make like little starts on these. So I'm going to leave that one there. On to the second chord progression. This was the sad chord progression. It's a minor sixth, then a minor third, then the fifth, and then the fourth. So these are our chords. Very sad. Just throw a quick melody on this. I quite like that melody. Very melancholic, that. Copy. Paste, paste, paste. Let's change the piano sound quickly. Oh, you know what actually I do have that I think will work well for this? I haven't actually tried any of the addictive keys yet. I don't know what they sound like. I feel the need to just quickly have a look at them now. Oh, I like that one. I might just throw a reverb on it. It's already got some reverb on it. Bit much. I'm gonna go with that one. Okay, so that's just the basics I've thrown on this. Nice, isn't it? It's the start of a little piano ballad there. I think that one's sounding quite good. Okay, save you. Oh, I've gotten tangled up in my wires. Here's the one that I just sort of picked random chords. And I actually already came up with a little something with a bass part on this. So the chords I went for were, as it says at the top here, the 4th chord to the minor 2nd, 4th chord, minor 2nd, 4th chord, minor 2nd, and then it goes to the 5th. And it sounds like this. I'm gonna go with one of the U-Jam bassists because I like them. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. Okay, that's what this one's come up with. What do we think? I feel like that one is gonna be trickier for me to really do much with. Definitely want to throw some guitar on that and see where it goes. But yeah, we've had a go at messing around with those 3 chord progressions. The aim here was just to create a quick little something starting from these chord progressions that don't have a 1 chord in them. See if we come up with something different from what we normally would. There's 3 very different sounding starts of possible songs there. I feel like I could flesh out the 2nd one the most. Like, I feel like I could probably do something with that. That one I can feel more like the direction it's actually going to go in from that. This last one, I'm less sure of what direction I would go in from here. It's a bit, I don't know, it's not really calling out to me in any way. Which one did you like best? Which one do you think has the most potential and I should go back to and keep fleshing out and building on those ideas? I'm going to make this a little mini-series on this channel, so I will be doing a different set of chord progressions next month. Give me ideas in the comments below about different ways of splicing up chord progressions you think I should do in this little series. Maybe I'll go with playing around with 7th chords next or something like that. Or pulling in a chord from a different key. That one might be a nice one. Borrowing a chord from the minor key maybe. Maybe I'll do that one next. Anyway, let me know which ones you want me to try. If you enjoyed this video, then you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button, but I know that that is a big decision to make, so do feel free to check out some of the other videos on this channel before you decide one way or the other. If you'd like to follow me on my other socials, you can find those linked in the description below. And there's also a link to my Buy Me a Coffee where I'll be posting an outtakes from this video, and also I will post whatever I do further on these songs. I'm going to go away and have a little play with these in my free time, so if you'd like to check that out, that is linked below as well. Okay, that is all for this week's video, guys, and I shall see you guys next week with another fun music related video. Bye! Feels like I'm over.